so we are done with our prayer. So let's proceed to our proper discussion for this afternoon. So our discussion for this afternoon is the three traits or approach traits in leadership. So first is the trait approach to leadership. Second is the situation leadership, and next is the behavioral leadership. So first, approach leadership. So when we say trait approach leadership, it is the theory that states the effective leaders possess natural traits or characteristics such as confidence, intelligence, and responsibility. So it is like Thomas Carlyle's great man theory, which suggests that leaders are born with leadership qualities. So some are naturally characteristics that made others trust and follow them. So here are the examples. A class president who is naturally responsible, confident, and organized often becomes a good leader because his or her classmates trust and respect them. So here are restaurants. When we say traits approach leadership, it is easy to understand, helps identify potential leaders, and not all successful leaders are born with the same traits. So leadership can also be learned by true experience. So the next one is the number two leadership is the situation leadership. So when we say situation leadership, it is the theory explains that the leaders must adjust their leadership styles depending on the situation the tasks, and the abilities of their followers. So, like a leader must be flexible. So, different situations need different leadership styles. So, for example, a teacher may be strict during exams but more relaxed during the group activities. So, it depends on the situation. So, the teacher changes leadership style depending on the situation. So, there are types of situational leadership. So, first is telling. So, when we say telling or directing, it is the leader gives exact instructions and closely supervise the members. So, like example, do this exactly in this way. So, like for example, in a basketball team. So, a basketball coach teaching beginners step by step how to play self defense or how to play defense. So, this style works best when members are new or inexperienced. So, next is the selling or coaching. So when we say selling or coaching, the leader still guides the group but also explains decisions and motivates members. So, like example, like for example, I'll guide you and explain why it is important. So I'll give you one example. A project leader teaching classmates how to complete a research project while encouraging questions and suggestions. So this style works when the members are learning but still need support. So the next one is the participating. So when we say participating class, the leader and members share ideas and decisions together. So they are participating together. So like for example, let's decide together. So not just only the leader but also in his or her members. So like for example, a student leader asking group members for ideas before planning a school event. Like for example, in SEC governor. So uh, he was asking her member what ideas for them to plan for a school event. So this style works when members already have skills but need encouragement. So the next one is delegating. So when we say delegating, the leader gives responsibility to the members. So they give responsibility to the members and trust them to work independently. Like you can handle this on your own. Like for example, like a manager assigning an experienced employee to lead an important task without close supervision. So this style works when the members are skilled and also responsible. So do you understand what the meaning of the situational leadership and all the types of it? Okay, so next let's proceed to the third one is the okay, behaviors leadership. So when we say behaviors leadership, this theory focuses on a leader's action and behaviors rather than natural traits. So it suggests that the leadership can be learned and developed. So, like for example, a good leadership depends on actions and behavior, not just a natural talent. So, like I'll give you one example. A shy student can still become a good leader by learning communicating skills, teamwork, and decision making. So, this theory suggests that leadership training can help become effective leaders. So, you know what? There are types of behavior leadership. First is the people oriented leaders. So, when we say people oriented leaders, these leaders care about relationships, so the teamwork and members' feelings. Like, for example, a supervisor who listens to employees' problems and encourage teamwork. So the that is the people-oriented leaders. The next one is the task-oriented leaders. When we say the task-oriented leaders, these leaders focus mainly on completing tasks and achieving goals. So, one example is a team captain who strictly follows schedules to finish a project on time. So, this one it improves productivity and also efficiency. The next one is the participative leaders. So, when we say participative leaders, it is the leaders who involve members in decision making. So, not just only the leaders, but also it involves the members. So, like for example, a club president asking members to vote on activities. So, not just only a club president, he also asking the members to vote what activities should be done. So, the members feel valued and motivated. So, the next one is dictatorial leaders. So, what is dictatorial leaders? So, these leaders make decisions alone and expect members to follow instructions immediately. So, for example, in a military, in a military, a military commander giving strict orders during emergency. So, this is a fast decision making during an urgent decision or urgent situations. So, the members may feel ignored or pressured. The last one is the sound leaders. So when we say sound leaders, these leaders balance productivity and goal relationship. So, like for example, a manager who pushes employees to meet goals while also supporting and respecting them. So it maintains both high performance and also a positive morale. So that is the behaviors leadership and also the types of behaviors leadership. So I have a question. What do these leadership theories mean in simple terms? Do you have any idea? Okay, thank you. So this leadership is like for example the first one is a trait leadership. So this is the person or leaders are born with a special qualities. And number two is the situational leadership. These leaders must adjust depending on the situation. And the next one is the behavioral leadership. These leaders is based on actions can be learned. So overall, a good leader is not only someone with natural talent, it is effective leaders also depends on, like for example, the learning good behaviors, the understanding people, and adjusting to different situations. Okay, so do you have any questions before we end this our discussion for today? Oh, none so far. So at this point, this is all our discussions, and I hope you learned something or you learn what's behavior or what's leadership all about. Thank you for listening.